Um, I'm so happy with the turnout of my invitation to today's census awareness. And to those of you who just came, because some of you have called me to attend today's Census Awareness Day. A month ago, I sent letters to, I thought, all of the community leaders in the Filipino community. And I'm so glad that most of those I know are here. And that means a good support to the census. I want to talk about two items. One is, what is the importance of the census to the community, particularly to the Filipino Americans? Number two, I would also talk about job opportunities that we have at the Census Bureau. When you came in, the registration table handed out folders which has all the information about census. And one of the flyers I have there is a translated basic facts about census in our language. By now you should have a good comprehension and a good understanding of what the census is. Now when you go back to your meetings with your members, I would like you to filter down this information about the census, how important to us the census numbers will be. Just to reiterate the importance of the census numbers, the census count ensures congressional representation. What does that mean? It means that the number of representatives who we send to Congress is based on the number of residents in our communities. And the count is, the accurate will be the number of congressmen we could send to the Congress. Number two, the census count is the basis of the funding we get from federal government in choosing the best locations of schools and roads and senior citizen centers, daycare centers. And some of you might have asked yourself, why do I have to do this? Because I already can send my kids to private daycare centers or go to hospitals. But hey, think about your friends and relatives who can afford this thing. If they are not counted, what it means is that the federal funding that has been allotted to the community is also being used by them, and that's, usually it's under budget. So we hear about schools with overflowing kids. Why? Because maybe, and I'm positive, in 1990, most of the parents did not send in their census questionnaire back. And that will be the result again if we do not do it this time. So when you go back to your members, when you had meetings, please emphasize the importance of the census. Thank you.
Thank you.
I forgot about the job opportunities. Because of the huge operation within the census, we do have job opportunities part-time and full-time. And if you're interested, please go to the table at the back, and we have the job announcements for the available positions. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
Recruiting message on there.
Ready to give it a shot?
Letters of invitation to all the community leaders in the Filipino community, inviting them to today's Census Awareness Day. And I can now thank you very much with the overwhelming result as displayed today. You all came and you had shown your interest with the census. Today I want to discuss with you 2 points, 2 important points. One is to generate maximum awareness for the Census 2000. 2, to tell you about the job opportunities available at the census. Okay, going to the first key point. You as the community leaders are in a very good position to help the census. The reason behind that is that you are the leaders of certain groups, and you can easily filter down the information about the census. Its importance to your lives. I will talk to you about the benefit, the main benefit of the census to us Filipino Americans. One is the census numbers will tell us the number of congressional representation we will have in our community. And that's very important because if we do have the correct number of representation in the Congress, most likely we get what we want to get for our community. Number two, the census numbers is very critical because these are the numbers that they look when they build new schools in the community, build roads, and build daycare centers and senior citizen centers. And these are all services that are very, very critical to our community and any ethnic group to that matter, not only for us Filipinos, but to everybody. And because we were part of the American society, we should be part of the census 100%. The other thing that I want to emphasize today is that I know that a lot of our kababayan, it means countrymen back home, is undocumented. And I want to deal that particular issue now and tell you that the census records are confidential for the next 72 years. And it is protected by Article 13 of the U.S. Code and also by the Supreme Court. So to those of you who are afraid to join the census because we at the census might give your records to the INS, please bear in mind that that's not going to happen. Even the President of the United States cannot take your personal records just like that. There will be a lot of legal process. And we're not probably going to that process because I'm stuck.
You want to stop there?
I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
Yeah.
That's okay. You want to take
I
a
should
breath
just
and keep
leave,
going?
yeah.
Or you want to finish? You're doing great.
Well, I'll just probably not talk about more of it.
Okay. Go to your conclusions.
Okay,
Yeah.
the conclusion. When you came in at the registration desk, you were given folders. And in that folder, we have a lot of information about the census. The one important one is the basic facts about census translated in our language. And that should not be an excuse for you not to understand what the benefits are. And number two is the confidentiality, which I just spoke about earlier, and a lot more. And when you go back to your meetings with your members, please decipher the information for them. Tell them about all the information that I have given you today, and if you could make copies of the basic facts of the census translated into Tagalog, that would really help the Census 2000 attain its objective in achieving an accurate count in year 2000, and you will be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good.
Good afternoon. Today we are blessed to have a very lovely lady from the Census Bureau. Her name is Mila, and tell us what you do. But first of all, break the ice and respond to my audience in your native language.
In my own
language.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat, which means good morning to everyone.
Thank you very much. Now, what do you do with the Census Bureau?
Well, I am a community partnership specialist, William, and what I do is I go out in the different communities in the area where I'm assigned, which is Northern Queens in New York. And in addition to that, I'm in charge of covering the Filipino American community. When I go out there in the community, my main objective is to promote the Census 2000. In so doing, I enlist the support of all the merchants in the area, sign partnership agreement with them for their commitment of support, and I do a lot of meetings with community-based organization leaders, enlist their support and help in promoting the census as well.
Okay. How are you greeted by your community people? Do they receive you well, or Do you have any people who don't want you to talk about the census? How do they feel about the census in general?
Well, I came on board in the Census Bureau at the right time, wherein they have already started some of the groundwork. So when I went to the community boards wherein I'm assigned at, they kind of know what exactly what I'm there for. And so far, I've been really warmly received because they're very excited and they want to be informed of what is the update on the census. And they know what it is, but they'd like to hear, especially the community board leaders, what's the update in the census. And I'm more than glad to, to give that to them on opportunity.
How would the words, the census is your future, please don't leave it blank, in your native language? Will you say that for me, please? The census is your future. Please don't leave it blank.
That's easy. Ang census ay ang inyong kinabukasan. Huwag niyong iwan ng blanco. See, my language is a combination of a lot of Asian languages and Spanish. So I can't translate blank without using the Spanish word blanco. So it's, ang census ay ang inyong kinabukasan, huwag niyong iwan ng blanco.
Thank you very much. And I have a letter that was written to me in Spanish. I want you to interpret it for me because I'm not as fortunate enough to read
Well,
Spanish.
William, I'm not really fluent in Spanish. Ask me Tagalog and I'll be very glad to.